What is going on, everybody? It is your pal CANUCKS here, and today I'm back with another video. So let's jump right into this one because, man, we lost again. We lost 3-2 to the Buffalo Sabres last night, and it seems like we're trying to win, and they're trying hard, but I think that there's so much going on right now around the team that is a pretty big distraction. So nobody is really playing their best hockey right now. And there's, I think, a few reasons for this. The big one is obviously, I think Hughes leaving. As much as everybody wants to say that the other players on the team may not be as concerned about it, I think there's big concern all over Vancouver. And I think 90% of who you talk to would tell you that you can just tell things are not the same right now in Vancouver with Hughes. Nobody's really certain on whether he's leaving or staying, but we're pretty certain he's leaving. And if he leaves, then where does he go? And all these different things. And I know everybody's kind of talking that New Jersey would be a prime candidate to take Hughes, as he wants to play with his brothers, so maybe that's where he'd want to go. But then does he want to go to New Jersey right now? Or is he wanting to stay with Vancouver for the rest of the season? And I think these are all things that have kind of been hanging over, Vancouver's heads. And it's very difficult for Vancouver to make that move because you want to bring somebody else in that, for a lack of better sense, will kind of make up for what we're losing in Hughes. And that's going to be very difficult because in a lot of cases, you're going to need to bring in a good defenseman and a good forward because Hughes is good on both ends of the ice. He is an amazing defenseman, but he is also a really great forward who, on your defense, you really want, because you got a defenseman who can shoot the puck and get goals and get points. But at the same time, you got a defenseman who, on the other end of the ice, is playing really, really good as well. So it's hard to balance those things out. And then looking at terms of what you bring in and, obviously like with the salary cap and everything, like other teams with what they're taking on in Hughes, they also need to probably let go of. So I don't see this being a one-way trade for Hughes. It would have to probably be multiple-way trade. Any team that's really looking at trading with us, unless they're looking at getting rid of one of their top guys, which I highly doubt. It'd probably be a top 6 guy, but not their top guy. Like, we're trading Hughes, who is arguably our best player on the team. How do you make up for what you're losing? And to me, that loss in Buffalo last night was a really good example as to what kind of pressure is on the team right now. I mean, we're not looking good. We're bottom. We're rock bottom. And we need to start winning games. And, we're cutting it. We're kind of get to that concerning point of the season, kind of. It's still kind of early, We're not saying we're out of the playoffs yet, but if we don't soon pick up our game, it's going to be a real fight to get back into it. And I think we really need to start winning some games. And I think that this Hughes situation has kind of put a damper on the whole team. We had some great showings by the young guys. Willander getting his first goal the other night, not last night, but the other night he got his first goal. Atu Ratu getting that 2-point game. I mean, these young guys are showing promise that are coming up from Abbotsford. And as we know, they won the championship last year in Abbotsford, so it's not really surprising to me. We got Demko, who was back in net last night. He's finally back from injury. But we only God knows how long he's back from injury, because it seems like every time we turn around, he's injured again. Joe DePilo, he played decent while he was with us. But it's still one of those things where you'd much rather have Demko or Lanky in net, but then you have them both injured. And it seems to be an ongoing thing in Vancouver where our goalies are injured, and we're bringing up a guy from Abbotsford who they play pretty well while they're there, But then as soon as they get the full-time spot, like what Lanky did, it doesn't seem like they perform as good. So it's just kind of this trend, and it's what, I've been nervous about when they're bringing these goalies up from Abbotsford, is that they play super well, and as soon as they get that starting position, it seems like we're seeing a totally different goalie, and it's sometimes frustrating to watch. And with Demko coming back, the hope is that Demko can stay healthy, but the unlikelihood of that, it's last year he was out for most of the year, and this year already he's missed a fair bit of time. And so you don't really have a goalie right now in Vancouver that you can rely on. So is Vancouver also out there looking at goalie possibilities? And who do you bring in, and where does Demko go? Because the difficulty there is with how much Demko gets injured, who's going to be willing to take on his contract and pay him for the likelihood that he's going to miss a lot more time than he plays? It's one of those things where it's a difficult rope that Vancouver has to balance. And the loss last night against Buffalo, it's just another one of many. It seems like almost every night we're losing, and it needs to pick up the pace. And a lot of these bottom teams from last year are playing really well this year. Like Buffalo's been playing really well. Pittsburgh hasn't been doing too bad. All these teams that everybody, kind of had off their minds last year, they're kind of running the show right now. Buffalo is a really good young team right now. They're a lot like Montreal. Montreal has Lane Hudson. They got Demidov. They got Suzuki. They got Caulfield. You got Dubas in net, and you got Montebo in net. And Vancouver isn't at the same level as these young teams that are coming up. And I can kind of see why Vancouver is wanting to go to a younger squad and kind of say goodbye to the Hughes era. And then it's what's going on with Petey. And I want to start off by saying that what happened with Petey and his wife is very sad news, and I do not blame Petey. If he needed some time away, I know he's injured right now, but if he takes a little bit more time away from the team because of what happened, I don't blame him at all. That is a terrible thing to go through for anybody, and I wish him and his wife all the best. But on the hockey side of things, is Petey who we're going to be running with for the next while? He's had a pretty difficult couple of years, and I know he's looking good right now, but how long does it last? How long do we get to see Hughes performing at the level that really we want him to be performing at? Is, another injury going to happen? What is the future right now in Vancouver? And it seems very uncertain. Hoglander came back. He's finally back in the lineup, and frankly, hasn't really changed much. We're still losing, and people were very, very excited for Hoggy to come back, thinking it was going to change everything, and we were going to start winning more games, and it hasn't. And I do kind of agree with what Adam Foote said. It does seem like they are playing hard. They're not just rolling over and giving up. But I think with everything going on, not on the ice, but behind the scenes, has kind of once again brought itself onto the ice. We saw it last year with the PD Miller conflict, where we were not winning until the move was made. And then we started winning, and we were so close to a playoff spot, but just didn't make it. So is that what's going to happen again? Is it going to come trade deadline, or is it going to be sooner than that and we see a Hughes trade or a Demko trade, and then suddenly the team is fixed and we're playing really good hockey again? We will not know until that time comes. But it's another one of these things where, it kind of baffles you of where do we go now? What's the direction for Vancouver? Who are they planning on bringing in? And who's going out is the bigger question. Who will not be with the team anymore? And I really love Hughes as a player. Hughes has been one of my favorite players since he joined the team. And obviously Petey, PD, I fell in love with pretty much right after he got drafted, and as soon as he became a Canuck, I picked up his jersey, and it's been the jersey that I've worn for every Canucks game since. So it's maybe we'll have to upgrade it and get a new one and see, who else we could venture into. And if you guys got any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. But I do plan on getting another one, kind of rotating them out throughout the videos. But just some uncertainty going on currently in Vancouver, and I'm really hoping for big things to come the second half. I think that this weekend's game on Sunday against New Jersey is it's gonna be a big game, and it's gonna be a big game in a lot of senses. Is that New Jersey would obviously be one of the prime candidates to get Hughes, and this is going to be kind of Hughes' chance to show, if this is where he wants to go, what he's capable of. And not that he hasn't already shown that over the last couple of years or whatever, but I'm meaning in the sense of right now, with the slump that Vancouver's in, he's going to have a chance to show New Jersey how well he can still play. And so I don't just see this as a game for Vancouver. At the same time, it's kind of getting turned into an audition for Hughes. And so we'll see what happens and who ends up going where. Obviously, there is concerns because Luke, Quinn's brother, is also a defenseman on New Jersey. So does he get bumped down? Does he lose his spot because Hughes joins the team? We don't know. And that's a whole other set of questions that have been brought up in different podcasts that I've listened to. So taking a little bit of a jump, because I feel like that's all that I want to get into on the Hughes and Vancouver side, because the game last night against Buffalo, I was keeping up with it. It was my girlfriend's birthday yesterday, so I wasn't watching, but I was keeping up with it. It's another tough loss. We lost it in the third period, truly, and 3-2, close game. They played hard, but just not enough to get that critical win. I want to give a few shout outs here really quick, because I want to help other channels out as well. So if you guys haven't already, and I know I've mentioned them a few times, Maple Leafs on the Man Advantage for some great history of hockey and some amazing content about the current Leafs. Make sure to go check him out. He will be down in my description below. And if you guys just like this hockey content, I highly recommend going and checking him out. He's my good friend Hawkeye, and I hope that you guys go over there and show him some love as well. Even if you're a Vancouver fan, I still find his videos very interesting, and it's quite cool. So if you guys did like this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to know every time I upload and never miss a brand new video, make sure to hit that bell icon and leave a comment down in the comment section below. I love talking hockey, anything to do with hockey. So if you guys got any opinions or questions or just want to talk some hockey, make sure to leave a comment down below and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, guys, it's been your boy Tunnel Nuck here. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And I will see you on Sunday for Canucks versus New Jersey. Have a great one, guys.